Hello and welcome back to another Space Engineers mod showcase video. Now in today's video we are looking at the Brynhildr Type A. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is the actual name right here. I don't actually know really how to say it, so do correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, this is a very fancy spaceship. I assume it's from something, but I'm not quite sure. So this spaceship is very big. If I come over to here and then show you my size, that's how big it is compared to me. I'm just a little speck in comparison, much like the little aeroplane over there from my previous video. So what does this thing feature? Well, it has one hell of a lot of turrets on it. There is a turret for every single angle. It is just a monster when it comes to defense. And we have this very cool little wheel on the back here. It does not spin, but it would be cool if it did, but I think that's just beyond the Space Engineers engine at this point. The one problem I do have with this big wheel thing at the back here is that it's made out of glass, and there are some quite important things in there. So if you did get shot from behind, it's going to cause quite a number on you, as you can see. So those are the hydrogen tanks for all the hydrogen thrusters. So if that thing gets hit, you're going to be pretty screwed if you're on a planet, because I don't think the atmospheric thrusters are enough to take it out of the atmosphere. But as for that, we've got a magnitude of thrusters all around here. Well, actually, no, maybe it will get out in the atmosphere, considering how many large atmospheric thrusters are on here. I was wrong. I thought they were the small ones. But nope, that is just basically a good indicator of how big this is. They are large thrusters. Very big indeed. So as for the rest of it, there's not much else to talk about apart from its design. So if we come over to here, we have a lovely little indicator which tells me that the entrance is this way. More ships need to do this because I sometimes struggle to actually find the entrance and end up having to tear the ship apart to know how to get in or out of it. So here's the entrance. We have a little standing pad and a sensor there that will open the door up for me when I get close. And then we get the welcome sign. Very nice. I love welcome signs. So where do we go from here, you ask? Well, we can come through this door or we can go down to that door. So let's go down here first. So it's all automated, which is, I like automated doors. They are really quite fancy. So in here is the giant reactor room, and down there are a bunch of jump drives. So yes, this thing is equipped for interplanetary travel. We of course have got a little medical bay here and a little seat, and I believe this seat is basically for you to control the jump drives with if you need to manually do it, or something like that. I'm just presuming that because it is just sitting there. So as for that, there's not much else in here apart from the reactors, jump drives on the floor. It's very nice. It's very nice to look at aesthetically, but as for that, it's time to head up. Now we have two ways up. We've got that way and that way, but I'm going to go back to the entrance. So here we are at the entrance. So last time we went down there. Look at that door opening up, that bloody sensor. And open and close and open and close. Anyway, yes, well, let's go through this door here, and this will come to the main little hub of the ship. So we go down there, which will take us to a little medical bay, but I don't need to show you that because that is just basically a medical bay in a little room. So we come all the way around here. We've got some nice glass here for you to see out. I love it when people add lots of glass because sometimes ships are just very blocky and you can't see what's going on outside without external cameras. So having glass like that is very nice to look at. Now up there is where the cockpit is, and over here is where a medical bay is. Like I said, there's nothing fancy in here. You just come through here, medical bays and all that, little pods if you need to regenerate yourself. So let's come up to the cockpit and see what's going on here. So we've got a lot of chairs in here, and we've got some nice lights. I do like that color. So the middle chair is of course going to be the control seat, but these chairs around the outside are for controlling the turrets. One button for each turret. So as you can see here, I can now just fire that, come out of that camera, come to number 2, start firing that, come out of that, number 3. Now where's that ship gone? Let's just try and find my old little ship from my previous video. There it is. Then we can just start shooting it, damaging it a little bit. As you can see there, I am hitting it, which is quite funny, but let's come out of that. That's all these seats are. These seats on the side just control the turrets, so if you needed your friends to manually control all the turrets, you can. So let's come over to this middle seat here, and we have a lot of controls. So on here we have of course the hydrogen thrusters, we've got the turrets if we want to turn them on and off. We've got a manual rocket launcher, so if I come into third person, look at that ship, it looks magnificent, doesn't it? It's a really cool ship design. But anyway, if I come to number 3, activate that and shoot it, we have a lot of missiles that fire. My biggest complaint is of course the missile launchers, which are just under the lip of the ship, because if you were to move up or down while firing this, it's going to hit the front of the ship and cause damage to yourself. Then of course we have the jump drives, we have the remote control for autopilot, collision avoidance, precision mode, and we got batteries and reactors, and that's about it. So how does this thing fly? Well, its turning is okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Its movement speed, it's not going to go fast. I'm holding down forwards. The speed is just very, very slow. It might be different in space, but I highly doubt it. So as for its destruction power, if I come down to here and aim myself at the old little aeroplane over there and start launching missiles. So the game itself is not exactly enjoying what's going on here, and I'm pretty damn sure I just hit myself there, which is causing the screen to spack out a little bit. But there we are destroying that aeroplane. A lot of missiles. It has quite a wide arc on its missile array, so if you are going to attack something, it's going to cause a lot of damage to a base. So perhaps this is best for killing bases and not smaller objects, because I don't think this will be able to do much damage to a small ship apart from the actual turrets on the side, but even then those turrets themselves will deal a lot of damage to yourself. So let's go for a little ride here. I'm going to go up to the maximum speed of 100. So okay, we're getting some speed now, we're starting to speed up. Like I said, it's not very fast, so I don't think I'm going to be able to stop very quickly. No, I'm not. So if you are going to do tight maneuvers, then this is not going to be the ship for you. It's more of a mobile base that you'd hover in the atmosphere and then release little ships from, should you wish. Or it's just there to protect an area, because you could just hover in there, let the turrets do them things, and just deter other players from coming near you. Now what I am going to do in an old true fashion sense is crash this into the side of the mountain to see what kind of damage we could do. So we're doing the maximum speed here. I'm just going to get rid of my HUD and we're going to go straight in. Now the camera is flipping around a bit. There's not much I can do about that, because that's just the design of the ship and how it reacts. So here we go. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it is not enjoying this. Oh dear. Oh my. I do believe we could have just destroyed this ship. Let me just go on there. I think I've got my thrusters on. Yep. So unlike most ships I've done on this channel, this thing just... it's... half of it is missing. That's the thing. Half of the ship is completely missing. I'm wondering if I can just get a cockpit. Let's just go like this. Type cock into channel. That's always fun to do, isn't it? Hardy hardy ha. So now let's just pop that on there, get inside this, and see if we can now just escape this to see what kind of damage we did to the front. Look at that. Oh, we're going down again. Oh dear. I'm just going to hop out of there, turn my dampeners on, jetpack on, and we shall watch the wheel disappear. So this thing is not very tough compared to most ships. It's just going to be a small collision with a very small ship. Could do a lot of damage to this thing, but with the sheer amount of turrets on it, it's not going to get very far, but it's just a warning if you are going to use this ship. So it's in the description below if you want to try it yourself. It's a fun little design. It is a little bit on the draining side in terms of performance. There is a few problems with little hitches and all that, so if you are running a weaker system, perhaps it's going to be best to avoid this type of ship. That's the case with all large ships. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.